Welcome back, Keith Tebow from FRCmedia. Thank you for joining us today. As we head into the month of December, there's a lot of holiday events we're getting ready for, and there's been a tradition in the city of Fall River that has been extremely popular, the annual Christmas Children's Parade. And this year, there will still be a parade of sorts, but it's going to be called a Jolly Ride. And with the age of COVID, there's going to be some changes this year, but there will still be an event. And I'm pleased to be joined by Annmarie Holly. She is from Greater Fall River Recreation, one of the organizers of the event. Annmarie, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well. So, as we've said a lot since March of 2020, this year things are looking a little bit different. And it's going to be the same for the parade, which will be held this Saturday. And I believe it's kicking off at 1 o'clock. Is that when it's kicking
It's
off?
actually kicking off at 3 p.m. this year.
3 o'clock, a little bit later this year than normal. So, in the face of COVID, and the city has had a number of parades this year. They've been what have been called rolling rallies or motorcades. And this year, the Children's Parade is going to be actually called a Jolly Ride. So tell us a little bit, Annmarie, about how it's going to be different in 2020.
Right. So, in years past, we've had everybody come to South Main Street and gather in large crowds of up to 25,000 people and, watch the parade go down the 3/4 of a mile route of South Main Street. But obviously that's not possible this year. We want to keep everybody safe and follow the protocols for COVID-19. So Recreation, along with the mayor's office, decided to change it up just a little bit. So though we won't have as large of a parade as we've had in past years, we still want to bring the joy of the holidays to, the children and the families of Fall River, give them something nice. So we'll be doing a ride along. It'll be 14 miles around the entire city. So everybody, that should be plenty of space for people to keep a safe distance from each other and practice all of the precautions that should be in place. Some people might be able to just hop out their front door and watch us pass by. So it'll be super convenient for the citizens in Fall River, and something a little different, but just as joyful, we hope.
It's funny, when you talk about the number of people that in the past has been downtown for the traditional parade. In some ways, you may end up getting more people because for some it'll be more convenient for them to attend instead of having to drive downtown, find parking. In some ways, it may be a lot easier for them to just, as you said, walk out of their homes and see what's going on, right?
So true, yeah. And like I said, we just want to make it as convenient as possible. If we can get as many people, out their front doors or looking out their windows and waving at the participants, I think it'll be a really special thing.
One of the things I want to talk a little bit about who's going to be in the parade. Now, obviously, in years past, this has been an extensive effort that starts, pretty much probably when last year's ended. You start planning
Oh, yeah.
For the coming year, right? So it's going to be a little bit smaller. So talk about some of the participants who will be involved in the Jolly Ride this year.
Sure. So as usual, we'll have all of the police officers as well as fire and EMS involved, special services, the heroes of the city of Fall River, so we can give them, some special applause, especially during this crazy time with the frontline workers out there still helping people as much as they can. Obviously, we'll have the city council and the school committee involved as well. As far as people that we're bringing in, we have Worcester Sound and Lights, which is a band organ that's been a part of our parade for many years. It sounds pretty much like a 70-piece marching band. It's a large organ that has over 600 pipes inside of it, and it's towed behind a car, so you should be able to hear that music from far, far away. But they are an awesome part of the parade that we always love to have them join us. We do have some Disney princesses that will also be joining us. We have Elsa and Anna, everybody's favorite, especially my 2-year-old daughter talks about Elsa and Anna all the time. And then we also have Tiana and Cinderella and Belle and Ariel and Snow White. So lots of, joy coming from the Disney characters. We also have the New Liberty Jazz Band, which is a Dixieland jazz band. They're 7 pieces, and they ride on a Ford fire truck from 1941. So really cool old school fire truck. And they play some great upbeat jazz music, Christmas music too. Um, we'll have Bay Coast will be a part of it. They're one of our sponsors. So we have their bus that will be joining us, as well as the Cape Cod Fire Brigade. So they're part of the Aleppo Shriners, and they come with all of these cool little mini fire trucks and cars. They do tricks and have horns and really, kind of make a spectacle as they go up and down the streets. So that'll be really fun. And then finally, we've got the big guy. Santa Claus is coming to town still. Nothing can stop him from coming and seeing his favorite children in Fall River, and he will have his own float. And I think it's going to be really great.
I want to go over a little bit now, and I'm going to try to do this from memory. I don't have the map in front of me, but the route, as you said, is 14 miles, which in some places is actually coming down twice in each direction. But everything's going to start at Government Center, correct?
Correct.
So it's going to start at Government Center. It's going to go up Sullivan Drive, which is on the south side of Fall River. Then it's going to proceed on Pleasant Street, and it's going to go all the way up Pleasant Street, all the way to Eastern Avenue.
Yep.
Then it's going to take a right on. Well, I hope I can do this now. It's going to take a right onto Eastern Avenue, and it's going to continue on Eastern Avenue and then on to Brayton Avenue, all the way up to the top of Brayton Avenue, where it's going to take a left on Stafford Road.
Right.
Then it's going to continue on Stafford Road all the way to, I believe it's Tucker Street.
That's right.
And Tucker Street is going to take a right, and it's going to head all the way down. And here's where I'm going to get into trouble. Okay. It's going to come down into where? South Main Street?
Rhode Island Avenue.
Rhode Island Avenue, the avenue. And then it's going to take a right onto Rhode Island Avenue.
Yep.
Drive, and then it's going to hit Globe Street. It's going to take a left onto Globe. Then it comes down to South Main Street.
That's it.
At Globe Four Corners. And then it's going to take a right and continue onto South Main Street. Actually, it's going to take a left onto South Main Street, right? Heading all the way up near up to the Tiverton border, pretty much.
Yep.
And then it's going to make a U-turn and come back down South Main Street. And it's going to head down South Main Street all the way back to downtown. And then it's going to head back onto Sullivan Drive and then up to High Street and then Roberson Street, correct?
Back onto Pleasant Street.
Pleasant Street, then back up to Roberson Street, and then it's going to make a U-turn pretty much at the St. Patrick's Cemetery.
That's right.
Onto Highland Avenue. Yeah. And it's going to head its way back. Then it's going to take a right onto Maple, I believe. And then it's going to go on to Rock Street all the way down to Bedford and then back to Government Center. Not bad.
That was really good. You know it better than I know it. I was following along on my
hopefully you'll see. Obviously, you saw the map that we just posted there, and we'll have some more information on it as we head forward. But as always, Annmarie, you're looking for talk a little bit about the support that you're still able to receive. You mentioned Bay Coast, but I'm sure there are others that have either contributed financially or contributed support to this effort. So let's give them some publicity.
Yeah, I would love to do that. We are always so thankful for our sponsors every single year. In the past, the parade has been so large and we've had so many wonderful people supporting us. And this year it wasn't any different. So we have Bristol County Savings Bank, Bay Coast Bank, People Incorporated, Stark Architects, Arbella Insurance, Liberty Utilities, Century Paving, Alves Home Improvement, the YMCA, the law offices of Levin and Levin, as well as the law offices of Bogle, DeSantis, and Coughlin. And then, of course, we have the office, Mayor Coogan's office, who has been absolutely essential, obviously, in planning this, as well as the staff at Recreation. So everybody's coming together, working hard, and like I said, just trying to provide some holiday joy, no matter what the situation we're in.
So again, even though it's not going to be a traditional holiday parade, it's still going to be very special this year, and probably something that we will remember moving forward in some way, shape, or form. Even though we've been dealing, so much with the heartache and the obstacles that have been brought about with the pandemic. And one thing I just want to give also some promotion here: our colleagues at Fall River Government Television. If you're not able to be part of the route or be able to see it live, they'll be providing coverage of the parade as well this Saturday at 3 p.m. And I guess even afterwards is going to be the traditional tree lighting as well
Yeah.
at Government Center. So still a lot going on this holiday season, and we hope you can be part of it if you're home at part of that route. If not, again, you can watch it on television, and we'll be sharing it as well here on FRC Media. Annmarie Holly from Greater Fall River Recreation, thank you for your time.
Thank
Have a
you
great
so much.
time on Saturday, and thank you. We'll talk
I
again soon.
appreciate it. Thanks, Keith.
All right. And thank you for joining us today here on FRC Media, and enjoy the parade on Saturday.